but before that, great episode today, my guy. So let's start off, bro, with some pretty fucking wild news when it popped up. I was shocked by it, but when I was talking to my boys from New York, they were. Lil TJay getting shot. I think he's, as of this podcast, still unconscious, but they say stable condition. So I'm not too sure.
I think stable condition, but unfortunately, that just basically means he's alive, and I don't think it means much more than that. Like alive and likely to survive. I think that's kind of the best way to define what stable condition is in this case. There's rumors he was paralyzed. I don't think that was ever confirmed. Probably a rumor, but it's scary because I've been unable to find any news on him being okay, like officially.
Yeah, and that's like the sick thing about like the internet. Like this shit like happened. I think I want to say like last Thursday, and then like almost like 2 days later, like it's off the news cycle. It's like whatever's next, right? So your thoughts when I think I shared that with you, or when you came across the information.
I was shocked for sure. I think in part because I never really like saw him as like this savage goon or anything that was like just out in the streets doing shit. Obviously like up there in terms of popularity, so that was another factor. Like I kind of expect this stuff to happen to dudes who like barely made it. They're still kind of in the hood before they're able to make a way out or whatever. So I think all that combined just made me sad and confused, like how this happened. Granted, I know a lot of these guys kind of can be a bit careless in how they move if they don't feel like their life is in danger.
Right.
But yeah, it's sad, and I feel like it's becoming a cycle that we're maybe not totally becoming desensitized to, but like I feel like every 5 episodes we're talking about somebody.
Yeah. So like, yeah, dude, and that's we're talking about people who are actually somebodies.
Yeah.
Because we could be doing this shit every episode, to be honest.
Right.
Like, there's a ton of people that have been shot recently. We're just like, bro, like, I don't know enough. I don't even know who this person is. I see that they're kind of famous, but like, it's not going to resonate with enough people to even talk about it, which is the sad thing. But yeah, same to you, bro. Like, I was shocked more so by the name. I was like, damn, this dude really got shot. Like, what the fuck? He just had a fucking, banger last summer with, J. Cole and Boz. Like, he seems like one of the most popular, people fuck with him. Like, how would this happen, bro? Then just like asking more people in New York, like, dude, my boy had a couple comments was like, I'm not surprised. We're actually surprised it took this long. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, what kind of insider information?
Yeah. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It was more so like, I guess he has beef with a bunch of people, like in the Bronx. And they're claiming that it's like gang on gang, fucking just like that this was coming due over time. But what's weird, bro, is that like, it kind of makes sense in an odd way because like, bro, anytime you see him, he is posted up in like some New York City street doing something, right? And then at some point, fam, if you have all that jewelry on you and people know you've made it to a certain extent, dude, that is only going to antagonize people who don't have that and already don't fuck with you because you claim to rep another set than they do.
Right.
So like, sad and super fucking depressing, and like, hope this dude recovers and his family can have him by their side for years to come. But then at some point you're also like, bro, like no one asked for this, but fuck, dude, you're kind of like putting yourself in a really bad predicament by like just being available. You know what I mean? Which is the sad thing. We always say this, bro, like people showing love to the hood. But fam, I was making a joke like, yo, if I was from the Bronx, well, I am from the Bronx, but if I was a rapper from the Bronx and I fucking made it, bro, I'm going to Dubai. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving, bro. Like, I'm going where, like, this shit is never occurring. Like, I'm loved from afar. I show love. But, bro, I'm not putting myself at risk because I need to pretend to be down with some shit.
Yeah. And what's scary, too, is this particular thing didn't even happen in the hood. It happened in, like, the Beverly Hills of New Jersey, I heard, essentially.
Edgewater. Yeah.
So it just goes to show, like, these dudes really are targets.
But the thing, dude, like if you're in Edgewater, bro, I can get from the Bronx to Edgewater in 35 minutes. So like that's the other part. Like if people really don't fuck with you in nearby cities or states, like I can get to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you're posting shit, like, which they are not, like, I can get to you, which is, again, is scary, but that's also the risk you take if you want to just keep yourself, like, in the spotlight with shit.
I mean, I don't have a way to verify this, but I feel like in the past, like, goons were kind of afraid to do shit in luxurious neighborhoods.
Oh no, I feel like since that Pop Smoke shit, it was just like, bro, it's all fucking like,
because like even like people are robbing people in Beverly Hills now, and growing up, I don't think that would have ever really taken place. Because I remember thinking to myself, like, if you're a goon who's broke, why not go to the rich neighborhood and fuck with the dude with the Lambo instead of the old lady on the block or whatever it is?
Right.
And now I feel like people are thinking that
that's what's happening.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna go get this rollie from this fucking white dude minding his business or whoever. Yeah. Whereas before it was, I had the same exact mentality. Obviously not in Beverly Hills. I didn't grow up in California, but when I moved to Charlotte, and I really know areas, so I moved to like the downtown / uptown area of Charlotte, which is, you know, upper middle class, you know, like good people doing well. But there was like a very poor town, like I can see it from my balcony, like right there. And then people from Charlotte, like, bro, don't worry about it, dude. They stay over there, we're here, and there's a rule. And now it's like, yo, those rules are gone, bro. Like, I don't want, like, I feel like what's happening right now is like, yo, like, if I can get on from my own means, I'm gonna take your shit. Yeah. And if that means killing you, hurting you, whatever, like, that's what's gonna happen, bro. So, but again, I feel like from just trying to fucking read the tea leaves and asking people like in New York, like, I feel like this was definitely gang related though. Oh yeah. And just like, he just made himself too available. If people wanted to hurt him, like, they were gonna find him. Yeah. And I think that kind of goes to your point of, if people can get to you and they have a reason, like, it's not like this guy was just lurking around Chipotle for fun. It sounds like they're like, yo, he's over here. I don't give a fuck if it's in a affluent neighborhood. Like, you can get there in 30 minutes, fuck him up, get out of there, whatever. But I feel like these rappers need to take a page out of Chief Keef's book, and like, because he's been in Beverly Hills for I don't know how long, ever since he blew up. And I think he's like he must be in a very private, secluded, gated area. Obviously, if people really wanted to, I guess they could, but none of the dudes from Chicago are making that road trip or whatever to get to him, I don't think. So yeah. You know what's odd? That the only time we ever heard of him like scuffling with anyone that's serious was like the 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, yeah, which is hilarious. Like, the dude who's the opposite of what you would imagine would be his rival, like, almost got him. And dude, the sad thing, I haven't seen the videos of like academics and shit, but like, dude, people keep bumping into 6ix9ine like at grocery stores, and like, you can tell he's like strapped the whole time because his hand stays here. In the fanny pack or whatever. Yeah. But like, it's still fun. Like, I think people who actually hate him are like, bro, like, we don't care. Like, just like, if we give you attention, it's only gonna help you, and like, we don't care. It's so ironic because it's almost like he's too easy of a punching bag. But then again, I wonder if some people are still crazy enough to want those stripes of fucking with him. But then I wonder also, like, if there are people still around him, like security. Oh, I feel like they're definitely lurking. You know what I mean? Like, people, like, we're catching him in these images for like 10 seconds alone, but there might be 3 security guards at the door not letting you get inside. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Because again, I don't know how he has his money still, because I don't know. But I can't imagine my dude like literally just walking up and down the streets by himself. No, I know he talks a lot of shit, but I think he's smart behind the scenes and knows he can get fucked up, and he's just doing it for the gram and pretending like, you know, security's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Yeah. He'd rather have someone troll him, but like kind of him set up like the parameters when it can happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But again, shout out to Lil TJay and his crew. Hopefully, again, he can make a recovery. You know, obviously great artist, and also just a super young dude. Like, to have him pass away would just be fucking tragic. And again, and add to the only tragic list that we already have this year, let alone in hip hop.